Mike Tyson, a legendary figure in boxing history, and Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, recently faced off in one of the most anticipated and controversial boxing matches of the year. This fight, broadcast live on Netflix from the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, drew immense global attention, with over 70,000 fans attending in person and millions more watching online. It marked Tyson's first professional bout in 19 years, a return that carried both excitement and skepticism. The match itself was a display of contrasting narratives. On one side, you had Jake Paul, a 27-year-old social media star who has rapidly built a professional boxing career since his debut in 2020. On the other side was Mike Tyson, a man whose name is synonymous with boxing greatness, but who, at 58 years old, faced the undeniable effects of time. While Paul emerged victorious through a unanimous decision, with scores of 80-72 and 79-73 from the judges, the fight was as much about Tyson's enduring legacy as it was about Paul's continued rise in the sport. The fight wasn't without its challenges for Tyson. Despite showing glimpses of his legendary aggression in the early rounds, his movement became noticeably restricted, and his stamina faded as the fight progressed. A brace on his right knee hinted at underlying physical issues, and Tyson later admitted that he was dealing with an injury going into the bout. Still, he refused to let this be an excuse, saying, "I can't use that for excuses. If I did, I wouldn't be in there." His determination to step into the ring after nearly 2 decades of absence and to go the full 8 rounds without being knocked down was a testament to his resilience. Jake Paul, on the other hand, used his youth and agility to dominate the fight. He landed 78 punches compared to Tyson's 18 and maintained control for most of the rounds. Despite this, some critics argued that Paul held back, possibly out of respect for the legendary fighter. After the match, Paul addressed Tyson directly, saying, "First and foremost, Mike Tyson, it's such an honor. He's the greatest to ever do it. He's the GOAT. I look up to him. I'm inspired by him. And we wouldn't be here today without him." These words, while respectful, didn't completely shield Paul from criticism, as some fans and analysts felt the fight leaned more toward an exhibition than a competitive match. Tyson, however, did not view the fight as a mere exhibition. When asked if this was his final time in the ring, he responded with confidence, "I don't think so." Speculation has already begun about his next potential opponent, with some even suggesting a match against Jake's brother, Logan Paul. This willingness to keep fighting demonstrates Tyson's unyielding spirit, but it also raises concerns about the physical toll such matches could take on him at this stage in his life. The event was part of a larger boxing card that included several high-profile matchups. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano faced off in a highly anticipated rematch, with Taylor securing a unanimous decision victory in a fight that lived up to its historic billing. Meanwhile, Mario Barrios defended his WBC welterweight title against Abel Ramos in another intense bout. These matches added depth to a night already brimming with excitement and controversy. Netflix's decision to host the event marked a significant moment in its foray into live sports. However, the streaming platform faced technical difficulties, with many viewers reporting buffering issues and lag during the live broadcast. Social media lit up with complaints, overshadowing what could have been a landmark achievement for the company. Despite these setbacks, the event showcased Netflix's ambitions in the sports entertainment space, with plans for future events already in motion. Jake Paul's journey to this moment has been anything but conventional. From his early days as a YouTube star to becoming a polarizing figure in the boxing world, Paul has consistently drawn both criticism and admiration. With this victory, his professional record now stands at 11-1, adding another big name to his list of opponents. Yet, many in the boxing community, including ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, have called for Paul to face a current top 10 fighter. Smith wrote, "Love Mike Tyson. Always have, always will. But 58 is 58. Now it's time for Jake Paul to get in the ring with a top-tier fighter. No more basketball players, MMA strikers, or old men." As for Tyson, his return to the ring has sparked a mix of emotions. While some fans admire his courage, others worry that these matches could tarnish the legacy he built during his prime. Tyson himself remains undeterred, focusing on personal growth rather than public opinion. "I didn't prove nothing to anybody, only to myself. I'm not one of those guys that looks to please the world. I'm just happy with what I can do," he said. The fight also stirred debate about the broader implications of such matchups. Was this a legitimate sporting event, or merely a spectacle designed to draw views and revenue? Critics labeled it as exploitative, with some even calling it elderly abuse. Yet, the sheer scale of the event and the global attention it garnered cannot be ignored. For better or worse, Tyson versus Paul was a cultural moment that will be remembered for years to come. Moving forward, the question remains: what's next for both fighters? Paul has expressed interest in continuing to climb the ranks, while Tyson has hinted at potential future bouts. Whether they pursue new challenges or take time to reflect on their journeys, their impact on the boxing world is undeniable. In the end, this fight was more than just a clash of generations. It was a meeting of two very different paths, one rooted in legacy, the other in reinvention. Whether you see it as a celebration of Tyson's enduring spirit or a showcase of Paul's rising star, one thing is clear: this event has left an indelible mark on the world of boxing.
Thank you for watching my video, and for more updates, please subscribe and hit the like button.